What does it take to go from wearing dresses made of potato sacks to controlling a $3 billion empire? Is it luck, talent, connections? For one woman, it was something far more powerful, something most people will never understand. She didn't inherit wealth. She didn't marry into it. She didn't get lucky with a viral moment. What she did was turn pain into power, rejection into resilience, and silence into the loudest voice in America. This is the story of the richest Black woman in America. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the one decision that separated her from everyone else. Because this isn't just about money. This is about rewriting your entire destiny. Let's dive in. Before the billions, before the fame, before the empire, there was a little girl who had absolutely nothing. Born in 1954 in rural Mississippi, she lived in poverty so extreme that most of us can't even imagine it. No electricity, no running water, and dresses sewn from potato sacks because her family couldn't afford real clothing. The other kids laughed at her, mocked her, made her feel worthless. But poverty wasn't even her biggest obstacle. By age 14, she had survived unspeakable abuse. She gave birth to a baby who died shortly after. Her world had completely collapsed. This is the moment where most people give up, where most people accept their fate and say, "This is just who I am." But she made a choice that would change everything. She moved to Nashville to live with her father, a strict man who gave her one non-negotiable rule: you will not bring home anything less than a C. That discipline, that structure, that refusal to accept mediocrity, it was the first domino. She became an honor student, won a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, and at just 19 years old became the youngest and first Black female news anchor in Nashville. But here's where the story gets interesting. Because being first doesn't make you rich. Being talented doesn't make you a billionaire. What happened next is what separated her from everyone else who's ever been on TV. In 1984, she was offered a job hosting a struggling morning show in Chicago called AM Chicago. Most people would have just taken the paycheck, shown up, done the work, gone home. But she saw something no one else saw: an opportunity. Within 3 months, AM Chicago became the #1 talk show in Chicago. Within a year, it was renamed after her. But here's the billion-dollar question. Why did she become a billionaire when every other successful TV host stayed millionaires? The answer is one word: ownership. In 1986, she did something revolutionary, something that her advisors told her was too risky, something that could have destroyed her entire career. She founded her own production company, Harpo Productions. That's her name spelled backwards. And she made one critical demand: I will own my show, not just host it. The network executives thought she was crazy. They tried to talk her out of it. They said, just take the salary. Why complicate things? But she refused. And that single decision, that one moment of saying, I will own what I create, that's what turned her into a billionaire. Because here's the truth most people never learn. Employees get paid for their time. Owners get paid for their value. For the next 25 years, her show reached over 42 million viewers per week in 145 countries. It generated over $300 million in annual revenue. And because she owned it, she kept most of that money. While other TV hosts were making $10 million a year, she was making $300 million. Not because she worked harder, not because she was more talented, because she owned the asset. But the empire didn't stop there. Most people would have stopped after building the most successful talk show in history. But she didn't. She launched O, the Oprah magazine. At its peak, over 2.4 million people read it every month. She created OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network, her own cable channel that now reaches millions of homes. She invested in Weight Watchers. That stake alone made her over $400 million. She signed a multi-year content deal with Apple TV, plus worth hundreds of millions. Her real estate portfolio? Over $200 million, with properties in Montecito, Maui, Chicago, and beyond. Her current net worth? $3 billion. That makes her the richest Black woman in America, and one of the most powerful women on the planet. But here's what blows my mind. Based on her annual earnings, She makes approximately $300 million per year. Let me break that down for you. $820,000 per day, $34,000 per hour, $570 per minute. That means in the time you've been watching this video, she's made over $5,000. But money isn't even the most impressive part of her story. The power that goes beyond money. In 2008, she did something that proved her influence extended far beyond entertainment. She endorsed a presidential candidate, a relatively unknown senator named Barack Obama. Political analysts later said her endorsement was worth over 1 million votes. Some credited her with helping him win the presidency. That's not just wealth, that's power. When she recommends a book, it instantly becomes a bestseller. The Oprah effect is real. When she tells her story, millions of people change their lives. When she speaks, the world listens. But here's what separates her from every other billionaire. She's given away over $400 million to charitable causes. She built schools in South Africa. She's donated to disaster relief. She's funded education programs for underserved communities worldwide. Because she understands something most people don't. True wealth isn't just about what you make, it's about what you give. The 3 lessons that built a billionaire. So what can we learn from her story? Lesson number 1, your past is not your prison. She could have stayed a victim. She could have let poverty, abuse, and pain define her. Instead, she used it as fuel. Lesson number 2, ownership changes everything. The difference between a millionaire and a billionaire isn't talent, it's ownership. Stop trading time for money, start building assets that work for you. Lesson number 3, impact creates legacy. She didn't just build wealth, she built a movement. She changed culture, she opened doors, and that's why her name will live forever. From potato sacks to $3 billion, from poverty to power, from silence to the loudest voice in media. This is Oprah Winfrey, the richest Black woman in America. And her story proves one thing. Your circumstances don't define you. Your decisions do. If this inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that will change how you see success. Drop a comment below. What's the one lesson from Oprah's story that hit you the hardest? Remember, billions aren't built on talent alone. They're built on ownership, vision, and refusing to accept anything less than extraordinary.